Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Terracards Madness. It is great to be here and I hope you're doing well today, folks. So I've got another run on the docket today and you're probably wondering, well, what's the plan? The plan is something, I guess you could say third time's the charm, right? And the plan is to get good planning unlocked. That is the plan, that is the goal. It low-key keeps me up at night knowing that I don't have this one unlocked yet, despite 2 unsuccessful tries. You know, 1 was during a version of the game where it wasn't available yet. 2 was due to crashing. Third time's a charm. Let's rock and roll. Let's get it. Let's unlock it. New farm. Here we go. So I think the regular is our character choice here. I do want to do a run with the green father, but I don't think this is the one. Let's go with the regular and let's just focus, right? For our achievements, we're going to go with monoculture. We're going to go with save the animals as well. Get some boosted crop production. And then I also have a build in mind, that a little side build or a build that we can kind of implement to get there, right? Because we have to get to day 200. That I'm hoping I can kind of weave in here, but of course we'll see. It is Terracards after all. For our farm name, I'm going to make my inner English major cringe here. We're going to do goodly planned. Let's do it. Goodly planned is the key and the way. And we're going to hop right on in here, folks. While we're hopping in, if you are enjoying the Terracards content here on the channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. I would love to have you in this growing community that we're building here. If you like Terracards, we play plenty of Terracards right here on the channel. I mean, my schedule has pretty much been a Terracards video every 3 to 4 days. So if that sounds good to you, then please consider joining up. Also, if you think I'm doing a good job here with the content creation, please consider giving the video a like as well. Just help support a new channel here if you think I'm doing a good job. Thank you so much for your viewership. I really do appreciate it. And we are hopping right on in, and it's probably to a surprise a few of you, right? We are going with the sunflower opening. It's just a really good way to get a lot of water. And I did kind of mention this side build that I'm kind of targeting. Well, if we're going to pull that off, we're going to need a lot of water. So I'd like to get a nice little water battery, of course, with the watery tree and the blue wheats sunflower combination. So obviously, to get good planning, we cannot go negative in any of these resources here. So I am acutely aware of that. And for corn, so I had a commenter mention that they always go blue wheats to the left. They always go corn north. I'll go corn north for you this time, my friend. So let's rock and roll. Let's get some corn on said board in the north. Again, carefully watching our water cost here. Water well. Yeah, I will take some water wells just to kind of help get this thing launched. So let's play some water wells to sort of give us a little bit of water to play with here, right? It's just a good move. It's going to enable us to play more corn. 3 medium fences. My goodness. It's kind of hard to turn down. I will certainly take 3 medium fences. Hopefully I can implement my plan. That's certainly part of said plan. So I can just kind of hold them in my hand for now and just continue to get these water wells on the field. That is the most important part. Building a little water base, right? More sunflowers? You bet. There's very few no-brainers here. That is a definite no-brainer early game. Field corn. Yeah, we could do some field corn. Why don't we do some field corn? Get a little early fuel boost here. So I'll put the field corn right here. I think that's going to be fine. For the first essence reward here, we do get Arboreal Bounty. That's a good one because it will help us kind of boost our water. So let's definitely go with that. And whoops, I selected the wrong card there. Blue wheat. Absolutely. Critical, vital. You love to see it. We're going with the blue wheat here. And let's rock and roll. And I don't know who viewing right now saw my last video where we did experience some unfortunate crashes, right? And I kind of alluded to that in my intro. We experienced some crashing that I think may have led to us not getting good planning, right? Well, I did report that to the development team, and the hope there, of course, is that they're taking a look at it. The development team was really responsive to my report, I guess you could call it, and vowed to have a hot fix out. Although it's still not clear exactly what caused the crashing, so that's kind of the troubling part, but like I said, they are a dedicated team, and they're certainly looking at it, so just give them time, folks. It is an early access game after all. Alright, so we really need a watery tree to kind of take this to the next level. Silos would be nice, though, too. But then we're also staring at some sunflowers here, too. Let's go with the sunflowers. And then I'm just holding off. Like, fuel corn costs 5 water per turn, which is pretty insane. Here we go. 3 watery trees. The glorious, glorious watery tree. So, yeah, we are just being real careful here. I want to get good planning so I can sleep at night. If you know what I'm saying. Alright, so that is a good sum of water there per turn. Power of 1 watery tree, some sunflowers, some blue weeds, and of course our boreal bounty. More fuel corn, yes. So we've been enabled by this now. For regular corn, we can just go like this with it. And I will see if I can get this plan in action. It's going to depend on a few things, though, including an essence reward, right? And I don't always love basing a build on an essence reward, but we kind of have to in this particular one. Whoops, I put a corn in the wrong spot there. That'll be all right. All right, 2,700 coming out of the bank, and our next essence reward shows what? Tropical soil, elite cows, cow deluge. We're not going with cows in this one at all, so let's go tropical soil. Continue to play this fuel corn here and regular corn as well. And then I'm going to get a melter right here to start bolstering our fuel supply. Fuel wheat, water well, water chicken. Another medium fence. Yes. We'll go with another medium fence. I think it's just the right move. And you'll see as this build kind of takes shape a little bit, kind of what I'm going for. That's if I can pull it off. Basically, the way I look at it, it's kind of a timing thing, right? You got to make sure that your timing is proper, otherwise you're going to go negative in the resources immediately, essentially. So let's get more blue wheat. We want strong water production here, folks. And that's what we're going for. That is the name of the game. It's alright. Fuel corn, I'm comfortable displaying it there. I'll throw a medium fence right here. We do have the income to expand, so I'm not really too worried about it. Biofuel generator, but we're doing just fine with fuel. So I don't really need that. Silo, though. Can certainly take a silo. You bet. Let's go with another medium fence right here. Corn, fuel corn, silo. Let's throw it down right here. Get some more bolstered water production. Man, I have more fuel corn than I even thought. Thought I just had a few left. Guess not. Alright, carrot chicken, grapes. We'll go with the chicken. I may have showed my hand a little bit as far as kind of what I'm going for, but we'll see. It does involve chickens. We'll put it that way. So the hope, of course, is to use the chicken to hopefully help kind of pull out some of the other cards and essence rewards that we need. Hopefully. It's just a hope here, folks. We'll hold on to that small fence for now. Still haven't decided what I want to do with the center tile here yet. Mixer cow. More fuel corn. Let's grab it. It actually does a pretty strong job in giving you fuel production, doesn't it? Alright, so what else are we going to do here? Let's think about this for a moment. Well, why don't we just continue to fill up this island here? And yes, I do understand that we are getting very low value out of the field corn being placed here, but it does work with the corn buff. And it also works with a certain essence reward that I'm kind of targeting here. So it's going to work out here, folks. Let's get a nest down in the middle, which ultimately does force my hand into the small fence, which is okay. We have a nice strong build going on here, and we're about to get a whole lot of chickens. So let's go with Gluttonous Feast here. I think that is a superior choice. And I just want to be careful playing these chickens, folks. In fact, I think we need even more water yet. So let's see here. Let's go with sunflowers right here. Well, let's fill up this island first. Start another sunflower island right here. Continue to bolster that water and energy. More field corn. Don't mind if I do. And I'm going to hold off on playing these chickens for right now. Alright, so let's go right here. Some more corn. Field wheat, apple tree, giant sunflower. The giant sunflower does get pretty muddy. Let's take it. Might as well. And let's just keep playing these cards here. Building up that nice resource surplus. So for the giant sunflower, let's go down here. The giant sunflower. One of my favorite cards. Antenna, sheep, giant carrots, water chicken, more sunflowers. Let's take more sunflowers. Again, we can just continue to build. Corn, sunflowers, all good things for this build. Lake, yes. Lake, absolutely. So let's get the lake in our hand. That's actually a pretty good get here. Especially while we're still kind of building the infrastructure. But the lake is going to do wonders. Because of course the lake eliminates the water costs to adjacent animals. So now we can safely just pump this fence up with our chickens. We can pump this fence up. We can pump all these fences up. Obviously not the center one, but we're still doing okay. Barn, yes. Barn is a definite grab for us as well. So obviously, in essence, reward we're certainly looking for is Golden Touch. That makes your chicken builds really strong. Looking for Home Sweet Home. There is one specific essence reward that we are seeking here. And I'm not going to spoil anything quite yet. Still doing great on resources. And that useful nest, right? Giving us chickens every single turn. A lot of chickens, that is. Melter, penguin. More corn, yes. Definitely need some more corn. In fact, the more corn we can get, the stronger, in theory, this build ultimately becomes. Well, I guess it's not really a theory at this point. It's fact, right? Popcorn buff. Peanut Fest, Dealer's Hand. Let's go with the popcorn buff. And we can actually prioritize popcorn now. So I'm going to fill up this island here. And then we're going to get an island down right here for some added popcorn. Alright. keep playing the chickens. The free chickens, that is. No water costs associated here. Not producing super well quite yet. More corn. Yeah, you bet. The TC gods smile upon us. Alright, perfect. So keep playing this corn. Let's get the popcorn rolling here. I mean, 4 times production is pretty insane if you think about it. There's very few essence rewards that do 4 times production, right? Gotta love that free chicken. Alright, Pastor. Don't need just the basic chicken card. Carrots. Another giant sunflower. Let's take it. It's just a card that gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the game goes on. Especially with the build like this. And I got a request to do like a full electricity build, right? And really just lean in heavily on those sunflowers. I love that idea. On the giant sunflower, that is. And I love that idea. If you look into the encyclopedia here, though, folks, we do have a few cards that aren't available yet that I think will really bolster that run. Electric Chicken, right? Electric Rabbit. Gotta wonder, I wonder how you make these, right? Maybe they are available, I just don't know how to make them yet. I can certainly check, but I love the idea of an electricity, I should say, bolstered run once we have the full gambit of energy-producing animals in our back pocket, right? At our disposal. But we'll, of course, see. I don't know. Do let me know in the comment section if you know how to make said electric chicken. Or is that as simple as just putting blue wheat? Yeah, it might be as simple as that. Electric rabbit, though, that's new. Regular chickens, fuel peanuts, alpha wolf, fuel infuser. Another giant sunflower. I guess I don't mind if I do. I was just talking it up. Might as well. So let's just keep pumping these chickens up here. I want to get another medium fence. Probably throw that like right here. So let's keep the eyes peeled for a medium fence. Either that or throw it right here. On the lake, right? There's a bit of flexibility here, folks. We're going to kind of see this build take shape. But like I said, we got to lock in a essence reward. Barns. Could certainly use some more barns. So let's do it. Let's put a barn right here. And let's see, production. 16, 8. Let's put a barn right here. And then start another chicken location here. Need the medium fence, though. So if that's true, we can go with a small fence right here and continue to play our chickens. These, of course, aren't the free ones, but that's alright. Sunflowers. Do we need more sunflowers? Not really. Medium fence, though. Been looking for that. Alright, let's keep playing the chickens. We should have the medium fence here, you bet. So let's start filling this up. Obviously, when Home Sweet Home shows itself, hopefully in 6 days here, we'll be able to secure that and add double the capacity to our current fences Really strong build, of course. But, I mean, if we look at our income, right, it does leave a lot to be desired. More blue wheat. I definitely need some more blue wheat. Alright, chickens. Get home to roost. Alright, so nerd mode definitely slowing a few things down. Gotta remember not to end my turn with nerd mode on. Playing the blue wheats. There's no capacity for the chickens quite yet. So let's continue to bolster our water supply here. The blue wheat. And then just wait patiently for the right card, right? Watery tree. Yes. We will certainly take that. Can go right here with one. Be a decent spot. Alright, debt dropping out the bottom, and here we go, folks. In fact, we get both of the ones I was kind of targeting here. But we get chicken in the corn. So chicken in the corn is terrifying in that it will increase your chicken's water usage by 30 per chicken, right? But it also gives you plus 30 production per island with just corns in it. And by just corns, we mean the regular corn and the field corn. So this, in theory, if it works as advertised here, does make our build very, very strong. So I'm certainly going to do this. We will recognize a little bit of a water hit, but it shouldn't be 1,600 worth of water. So let's go. We will, of course, it's pretty much going to occur at turn in, but I think you're realizing the massive potential here. So kind of scary numbers we're seeing right here, but we're still doing fine. So let's see what we actually make. 56K. So let's get a feeling for chicken in the corn. Let's see how we do. And obviously with golden chance, right? Like that is how you really maximize. But think about it. We have the popcorn buff. We have gluttonous feast. We have chicken in the corn. We have a bunch of corn that, you know, we're just going to continue to add. And we're seeing some gaudy numbers, although I'm not seeing it here. I'm seeing it here. In a 2-island range, so this should be buffing up this chicken right here, right? Should actually be doing it twice. Not sure what's going on there, but 62. Okay. So what we really need to kind of take this into orbit is we need golden touch. And unfortunately, we got both essence rewards on the same turn. So that's a little unfortunate, but what do you do? Barns. Yeah, we can grab some barns. But what I wanted to be very, very careful of here is I didn't want to turn chicken in the corn on and then go immediately negative in water, right? Because then good planning is out the window, and you know, that's kind of the whole purpose of us doing this build. Obviously, the lakes really do help. So we have our barn here. Could certainly play this right here like so. Get doubled production. So 512 now. My goodness. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this fence here. This one should be plus 60, right? This one's right. This one is very, very strong. 496 eggs per chicken. And then 512. My goodness here. So I'm really excited to kind of get golden touch, hopefully, and see how this evolves. I also want to get some more corn, right? So obviously you make this very strong by just continuously adding corn. Probably get some more lakes in here too. I think this is another good zone for a chicken, except for it's not surrounded by corn. So where are we going to go with this barn, I think, is the question that I have. I mean, this would be a good spot for a barn. Except for these chickens aren't realizing really any kind of buff. At least the buff that they should be. I'm only going to get so much corn, so it's kind of like filling out this island doesn't really make too much sense because it's not giving the 2-island bonus to any chicken fence, right? So we kind of want to go corn right here and then continue to play around with this as well. So we'll kind of figure it out. I think I'll just hold on to the barn that I have for now. Water tank. Yeah, I'll go with the water tank. It's hard to turn down, and it actually does pretty well. I realize the sunflowers hate it, but it actually does pretty well with blue wheat, believe it or not. And a watery tree, that is. Melter, more barns. Goodness gracious. I'll take them. We can do something really crazy with this build, potentially. Alright, Taxman, a cometh. 125, no big deal. Every single egg made on the planet comes from this farm here, folks. So, watery tree. I need more corn. Or medium fences would be a nice little consolation. So let's go with the medium fence. Let's continue to build this out, but I want to be very, very careful here. Okay, so minus 32. But plus 64. Good thing we do have the water reserve to kind of allow us to do this. But we're going to have to be real careful. So let's go ahead and buy this nice piece of real estate up here. It'd be nice to lock in a lake. $1,000 in the water reserve. More medium fences. Do we need them? I mean, we could use them. Let's go with the medium fence. I think a fantastic spot is right here for a medium fence. And then we can barn this up. In fact, we could barn up right here. Otherwise, I was thinking corn there, right? So why don't we go right here with it? I don't know if maybe this bonus isn't registering because there's a mixture of corn here. I don't know if that's why. It certainly could be. I guess I don't know. It says just corns in the little tooltip there, right? So I interpret that as kind of the same as the corn buff itself. Yeah, so that doesn't look like it's really doing anything. Interesting. Alright, well, we certainly need some more corn. There's not really a question about that, is there? In fact, this rapid expansion is going to certainly catch up with us if we keep being so reckless. Crusher. Yeah, I can go with the crusher here. Alright, so hold off on expansion here until we get... We have an essence reward coming up in a few days, so hopefully we get something useful. Like Golden Touch would be probably the biggest one we could get. We're producing a lot of eggs, that's for sure. Making 71 grand, kind of a modest number. Alright, so we do have the crusher here. Let's get that on our giant sunflower island. 747. It's a good number. Water chicken, cow church, olive tree antenna, watery tree, another bird nest. Don't need that. Rerolling is scary. Blue wheat. We'll do that. And we get golden touch here. Very, very nice. Or golden chance, I should say. I've been saying golden touch. It's golden chance. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And that should do wonderful things for us. Take us from 76 grand to brand new highs. All right, so watching the water closely here. I definitely need some lakes, and I need to bolster my water supply. All right, so got 446 golden eggs here, folks. So that's an added 223k. So golden touch, chicken in the corn. It's got a lot of potential. So let's bolster our water supply here. You can see what one blue wheat does on 2 water tanks and a watery tree adjacent to sunflowers. It's pretty massive, pretty mighty. I'm going to hold off for a little bit, though. I want to make sure everything is healthy. Seems like we're going to have the water to sustain, further advancement, further growth. I mean, we got plenty of water now. So why don't we go ahead and let's start pumping up this one. $32 water. So why is this costing $32 water? I understand it's on a barn, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Just another day here in Terracards, my friends. 0 water cost to adjacent crops. That doesn't really help us out too much. Another water tank. More medium fences. I mean, I suppose we could go with more medium fences. It will give us the flexibility and freedom to expand, of course. That's kind of what we're doing, right? That is the era of our farm. That is the phase we're kind of in, is the expansion phase. Given we have a nice little nest egg, if you will. So let's see, how are these chickens doing? Well, they're free, so I think this is a great spot for a barn. Although I was going to throw more corn there. Could throw corn right here. And have the same effect, right? So let's barn it up. How about for another barn? I mean, this one is absolutely terrifying. So what do we have? We have 16 chickens in there. So 16 times 32. Let me just do a little quick math here because it's very important that I don't go in the negative. So that's 512. Double that. So it's going to be another 512. I think that's going to be okay. I'm actually going to hold off. I just don't trust the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's played Terracards knows what I mean. Making 500k a turn in golden eggs, though. Very, very nice. Very strong. The numbers say plus 2,000 there, so I think after a few turns, if it remains that way, I'll feel much more stable about the continued playing of chickens. So 2118. All right, I think we're safe to continue to play chicken cards then. So let's make sure we do that because, I mean, you're just looking at golden touch, right? And isn't it funny how the corn just kind of disappears? Haven't seen corn in a long time. That's why I was trying to take it early and often. A few wheat. Another barn. Yeah, we can go with another barn. Game has been generous with the barn, not so generous with the corn. Alright, so we're all ready to go up here as well. And I don't know if you remember some previous versions of Terracards here, folks, but man, previous versions of Terracards used to just lag so heavily with chicken builds. Know what I'm saying? So it seems like the performance enhancements given to the game with the new system are definitely more conducive to chicken builds, for sure. I'm just gonna hold on to the barn for now. I need to get like a lake down to kind of really make use of this. It'd be great to get more corn as well. Kind of got a lot hinging on our future draws. So just a friendly reminder here, folks, if you are still in the viewing audience at the ripe time of 36 minutes, please consider becoming a subscriber if you are not subscribed. I'd love to have you in the community. And you've been here for 36 minutes, so I must have compelled your attention at least a little bit. If that's the case, consider supporting a small channel here that's just focused on, quality content, quality production value, and a whole lot of fun. If that is your kind of thing, consider joining the community. If daily uploads are your thing as well, that's something that I've really tried to be very good about. Now, I can't promise every single day there's going to be a video dropping, but most days I'm able to do so. And it's not necessarily always going to be of Terracards, right? But we play an array of games here on the channel to kind of keep things fresh. And I've been trying to, release a video every single day and been pretty darn successful with that since I began this journey. So if that, if that's and all the other things mentioned are something that interests you, well, that's what you're going to get with this channel here. So just consider joining the community and helping me out if you're enjoying the content. And again, ultimately, I thank you very much. You could spend so much time with, any other channel, but you choose to spend some time here, and I ultimately just appreciate the heck out of that. So thank you so much. We're going to keep playing chickens here. And our water cost is getting pretty mightily expensive. In fact, if we take a quick assessment here, folks, yeah, these chickens are drinking the ocean. So we need more lakes. Otherwise, we're going to be, our expansion will be hampered. It just will be. So let's go ahead and, what are we going to do? Let's play some water wells here. Not the most optimal spot, I do understand, but plus 10 water. And we'll pay for 1/3 of a chicken. All right, day 133. Well, let's keep filling up these fences. All right, crusher, beans, antenna, more corn. Yes, where have you been? All right, so I do absolutely have to be careful here. Because as soon as I complete one island, the water cost is going to go up by 30, right? We're at 654. So we got to be real careful here, folks. So I'm going to start doing it right here. We only got 11 units. But of course, corn takes water as well, right? So we just got to be careful. Fuel infuser. Is there a play for this? Yeah, there could be. I mean, not a very strong play, but could get some utility out of it, I suppose. And how we looking? So the golden egg is, it varies, right? There's a 10% chance, I believe. Yeah, 10% chance that any egg laid can be a golden egg, which obviously sells for really, really well. It's a pretty strong thing, to be honest with you, but, you know, you're not guaranteed it. So, you got to keep that in mind. And what are we doing here with our chickens? I'm trying to keep it in the spirit of being careful, but man, is it tempting. All right, Dave 140, what do we have? Veganism, Rabbit Apprentice, Bunny-like Carrot. We'll take Rabbit Apprentice. Give us a couple of extra chickens per turn, but I've got to get my water back nuclear. Let's grab the melter. Could certainly use that. Fuel infuser. I mean, I could throw it right here. That'll save some water. I don't really envision filling this up with corn. It's not really doing anything for me where it's at. So a little bit better planning. Could have probably made this just a little more efficient, but we're still looking good. So let's get that melter in hand. What do you say, game? Nope, I'm still drawing the starting cows. Few weeds, small fence, giant sheep, giant chicken, regular chicken, sunflower. Do we need the sunflower? Yeah, that'll help bolster our water. So let's get the melter down right here. And let's check in on our giant sunflowers here. Let's see what's going on. Getting some sunflower paste. Making 23K. Not incredible by any stretch, but respectable sum. So more sunflowers can go right here. This will have a really nice impact on our water. Especially once it gets all filled up here. Crap collector. Is there a play with this? There could be. I'll take it. I mean, the chickens go really well with the crap collector. So it gives you +1 production per animal in a fence. As long as it's adjacent, right? So imagine having a bunch of chickens. Well, 3 chicken fences that are all filled up with Home Sweet Home. Right? So that's an essence reward we haven't even gotten yet. But with Home Sweet Home, around an island of crap collectors, adjacent to an island of crops. It just makes that island of crops so insanely powerful, it's hard to ignore. So that is certainly something that you can play around with. The way we're currently set up, the only real island that we could get any utility out of it is right here. So I suppose we can go there with it. And I still have to kind of bolster my water just a little bit more. Because what's going to happen is we will get another corn stack. And I'm not going to be able... Excuse me. I'm not going to be able to complete this island because it's going to put us in the negative. And if that happens, folks, then I have failed the ultimate goal, which is good planning. I've been keeping a careful eye on things, and we've been in the positive consistently. And it's got to stay that way. Simply got to stay that way. Centrifuge. I think I might have played my water wells in a manner that is not conducive to playing the centrifuge where it needs to be played. But we'll see. take a look at this production here, folks. Very strong. And made so by, of course, the crab collector and the chicken combo. Making $1 million per turn, huh? 2.6 mil. Look at that golden egg. $2.41 million in golden eggs. My goodness. You love to see it, folks. You just love to see it. More blue wheat. Yeah, this is what we need. Did I botch this or... there should still be room. Yeah, there's still room in there. Very nice. Okay, great. All right, yeah, more blue wheat is good. Can fill out this island here. Can put some right here. Although there's no watery tree in place. Might be able to get a watery tree there. We'll certainly see. But let's complete this island here. Back up to 897. I want to bolster it just a little bit more. Because we're going to get that corn, like I said. I can just feel it. We're going to get a nice, like, 20 stack of corn. A watery tree, yes. This is helpful. We'll continue to bolster our water supply. And that's obviously made strong by the crab collector as well. I mean, look at the production on these, right? 95. Compare that to this, 58, right? 203, though. My goodness. So, crab collector, chickens, blue wheat, watery tree, sunflower. That's another element to a pretty strong combination. In fact, we can make use of this island as well for some more blue wheat. Good stuff. All right, sugarcane would also do well on the crab collector. Let's go sugarcane. I'll play that right here on the watery tree island. Here's home sweet home. Okay, so things are about to get real interesting now, folks. So we're going to be able to kind of take this into orbit. Sugarcane gets a boost being adjacent to structures. And then in turn, this particular structure, the crab collector will, you know, buff this up as well. So we have a mighty 92 on the sugarcane there, which of course turns into water. So really strong stuff. And I forgot to play my chickens that turn. That's all right. We're going to play them. Basically, we have, 2,000 water to kind of work with here. So good stuff. Let's take our most powerful position. I thought it was 1124. It's 124, which is still very strong. 128, 248. All right, so this is our strongest position right here. So I'm going to play chickens here. I'm going to keep an eye on my water cost. All right, so about 400K that turn. Not sure why I made, 2.4 million, and now we're making, what? An eighth of that? A sixth of that? Couldn't tell you, but we do secure the cross there. This is going to help bolster our water even further. We're kind of getting what we need here, which is very nice. So let's go ahead and continue to fill up this fence here. Keep a close eye on that water supply. And if I don't get good planning at the end of this, I'm going to rage quit. Just throwing that out there. All right, more chickens. All right, our next strongest position is right here, 128. And this is, of course, a free zone, being on the lake. It's a nice scenic little fence, it's prime real estate. So since it's prime chicken real estate, it's the chicken retirement home. Let's pump it up. Alright, fuel infuser, don't need that. Giant sunflower, yeah, sure. We've got a location for it. And I don't know if you can hear the train. My apologies, folks. Kind of live in somewhat of a loud area. Try to do my best to, of course, edit those things out of the final audio track, right? But sometimes it's impossible to do so. So if you hear some background noise, or maybe you hear a dog squeaking on a toy, that is my Luna dog. Very special dog to me, of course. And just know that that's Luna having fun, right? 5,000 water to play with here now, with playing the cross. Very, very nice. So let's continue to, of course, bolster our chicken ranks here. And I'm going to take a close look at income. All right, so 1.238 mil. So the golden egg really does fluctuate quite a bit, folks. I mean, you can make as much as 2.5 million one turn, all the way down to, you know, the 400,000. So is it as steady and consistent as other builds? No, but does it have boom potential? Absolutely. 758k here. So it fluctuates a lot. Here's a lake. This is beautiful. So let's keep playing the chickens. Day 168. We are getting closer and closer to the moment of truth. And that is, of course, good planning. Lake. Let's see. Got a whole bunch of water right there. Otherwise, I mean, we could get... Yeah, let's play the lake right here. 1.43 mil coming out of the bank. That's quite okay. Let's claim some of that water back, huh? And play some more chickens, of course. So now that this spot is free, let's make use of this. In fact, another spot to make use of is right here as well. Probably focus on that one next, actually. Sugarcane, yep. We'll take it. So each time you play it, we're getting effectively what? Like 100, maybe like 70-ish water. Very strong. I think I'll barn that up right there. Okay, so water concerns are certainly a thing in the past. I would feel really, really good about just securing a bunch more corn now and taking full advantage of chicken in the corn. The game's got to hook up the corn, of course. Got a nice little grid of lakes and barns and chickens. Making some really good money, $36 million. Water tank, we have more barns. I need some corn, but re-rolling is going to get very spendy. So let's just do that. Alright, chickens. One thing I kind of wish Terracards had is... I mean, I like the idea of having, like, your individual cards, right? Even if you have duplicates, makes it feel like you're holding a hand of cards out in front of you, and kind of playing the ones that you want to play. But when you have such a populated hand, I do wish that they would kind of stack them up. Like maybe after you get, what, 6 or 7 cards to the point where visibility does become a problem, maybe at that point in time you can arrange, or the game, I should say, can arrange the like cards into a stack. So I would have like chicken times 6 or times 7 or whatever here, right? I think that makes more sense, especially when you're using hotkeys to play. And you know, fingers crossed here, folks. I've been using hotkeys virtually all game and have not experienced a single crash. And of course, if you reference my previous episode, I kind of attributed that to maybe some of the crashing we were experiencing. The use of hotkeys, it kind of felt like it. Based on the code that I'm unable to read, but can certainly speculate about. Wheat's Easter Bunny. More sugarcane. Just don't need it. Small fence, crow. Lakes. Yeah, we can take some lakes. Sure thing. So speaking of a lake, why don't we play one right there? 4 barns. Let's see. Where do the opportunities lie? Suppose we could throw one right here. Let's pump this one up. I don't know how future-proof this build is, right? And I feel like we could get pretty far with it, but we'd still need, like, you're going to need something else, right? Like, this one will eventually meet its match. It just will. You're getting variable income, right? So on that turn, for instance, we made 4,000 golden eggs, which sell for $2 million, right? And of course, I'm talking about just going ham with this, right? Continuing to play medium fences, filling them all up with chickens, you know, using barns, and just trying to exploit chicken in the corn and golden touch as much as possible. I still think that it probably, I mean, it'll probably get you to like turn 300, maybe. But it's going to eventually catch up to you, without question. I don't think this build is quite that strong. Blue wheat. Do I even need blue wheat at this point? Over a $13 million reroll, yeah, you bet. And for the final essence reward of the playthrough here, we get Veganism, Peanut Fest, or Cow Deluge. Let's go with Veganism, because I just like the portrait, right? I just liked that graphic. And we all love our cow Freds, of course. But of course, Veganism will do absolutely nothing for us here. Alright, so I have stumbled into some blue wheat here. Where's a good spot for it? I suppose right here. Play some more chickens. Another angle with chicken in the corn is, of course, the giant sunflower and setting up a build with maybe 2 giant sunflowers and 2 32 medium fences of chickens that are buffed up with chicken in the corn and then making mayonnaise. I think that would be potentially pretty strong. I mean, obviously, you're going to get the golden touch eggs, and then every other egg that is produced in that little zone will go toward the production of mayonnaise. You need 2 eggs per 1 sunflower paste, right? So that is certainly an angle. I just opted to go for the maximization of the golden eggs here in this particular one, but that's something you could certainly try out. Definitely an idea to play around with if you so choose. Go for maximum mayonnaise, right? That's definitely a possibility. Bird nest. Yeah, I guess we can go with the bird nest. Got a medium fence right here. Could play it. Get some more chicken cards. "17 days until the moment of truth here, folks. Let's see if we get it. I mean, I watched this closely. We did not go negative. Not even once. So if it's programmed correctly, if it's working correctly, we should be unlocking it. No crashes. Cross your fingers. And everything should be working. Well, we should be set up to get it unlocked if it's advertised as such. But we'll see. That moment of truth is a-coming. Yeah, there's a lot of variability. I guess I can't say that I'm surprised by that, or I shouldn't be too surprised by that. It is a 10% chance per egg laid, right? But the variability is very obvious. It goes from anywhere from, what, 400K to $3 million, right? But I think Golden Chance is pretty darn strong. Especially if you have a build that kind of maximizes your chickens in the various ways in which you can do it. Like popcorn buff, right? Gluttonous feast. Barns. The nest to just get a ubiquitous amount of chickens. Chickens are probably the easiest animal to just simply dupe every single turn. Right? I mean, we have so many chickens on the field. It is crazy. I'm just surprised I haven't mistakenly played a cow yet. Because that happens too. I've definitely done that before. Crop collector, don't mind if I do. We'll complete our little set here. Some more chickens. So I think chicken in the corn is a fun one to explore, for sure. Did we maximize it? Did we abuse it? Absolutely not. I think if I'm going to do it again, like I'm still confused by some of it. It doesn't appear that, well, now it works. No, because this is being doubled twice. So it's hard to say exactly what's going on, but it appears as if it's only happening for homogeneous islands. Right? That's what it appears like to me. Although this is at 496, I just don't understand why this one's only at 32. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why isn't it being doubled? Should be doubled twice. So it should be way higher than that. And then this one with one barn on it is at nearly 500. It's just hard to say. It really is hard to say. Feels like a calculation error of some sort. All right, it's the last stretch here, folks. Last 10 days. Let's rock and roll. More blue wheat. Don't mind if I do. Got space for that. So let's keep playing some chickens here, but it would be a shame to upset the apple cart this late in the game, wouldn't it? Alright. I mean, watery tree, it doesn't really matter at this point. Let's just throw it right there. We have 7 days to go. 7 short days. Made 1.47 mil that turn. Some 1,700 golden eggs to sell. And obviously this one is across the finish line here, folks. We just got to get there, right? Boom. Another 3,000 water. My goodness. In fact, what is the production like on these? 555. Wow. Just wild. Wild stuff here. The crab collector. Very strong. I'm going to cease playing any more chickens. I just don't feel like it. I just don't think we need to. Here's more corn. Alright, so we have 15,000 surplus water. So let's do a little experiment here, shall we? And let's complete this island. Of course, the blue wheat comes. Takes up all my hand space. But let's do a little experiment here, shall we? I mean, we got 32. Let me just make sure. So we have 32 chickens in this fence here. Times 30. So it'll be a plus 30. So that's 960. Okay? And then times 2. Times 2. So 3840 at the absolute most. And then we'll have another fence in here that has 10. See, we should be good with 15,000 surplus. So wouldn't it be a shame to sacrifice it at the very last turn here? I don't think we will. It takes a lot to consume 15,000 water. We're not going to get it this turn either. So let's wait one more turn here. That last ear of corn. Or blue wheat. Okay, it's corn. Very nice. Just play the blue wheat anywhere. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so here we go. So is this 92 or 992? That's 992. Why so much? I don't get it. Water's at minus 34. Okay. Now we're at 248. So down from 992. Make it make sense, folks. I just don't understand. Watch that water cost, though. Does that have something to do with the popcorn, right? Where the popcorn's being allocated? Maybe. That might actually be it. Because the popcorn shot off up this way somewhere. And obviously we have too many chickens for the volume of popcorn we're making here. So that might be what's driving it. Maybe. It's still hard to say. So now it's back up to 992 again. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I can't tell ya. But here we go. Day 199, the moment of truth. Let's get it. Good planning. Come on. Doesn't look like it's happening here, folks. Has anybody been able to get good planning? I mean, the development team changed the description of it and how to get it, right? I'm pretty confident that I did that in this particular one. And yet, maybe we need to go to day 201. It's really hard to say. I really don't understand. It just must not be available yet. That's the only conclusion I can come to. That's the only conclusion using the evidence before me that I can come to. I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't think I did, went negative in any of the resources here. We got to day 200 without going negative in any of the resources, and it still isn't unlocked. Maybe it still needs to be fixed or implemented yet. That is the only conclusion I can really come to. However, that's also kind of the reason that I wanted to set up a build using the new Essence Reward chicken in the corn, right? I wanted to do that kind of parallel with trying good planning again because, frankly, this seems very strong and I certainly wanted to play around with it. I think it is very strong, especially when paired with Golden Touch or Golden Chance. Excuse me, I keep making that error. Golden Chance. You get a little lake, you get a little barn action, you get a whole bunch of corn. Plan your corn just a little bit better than what I did here. But on your hands, you have a very, very mighty build. And getting chickens will never be a problem, right? Just build a nest, put it central, or put it on one of your fences somewhere. Maybe you go corn in the middle, right? So instead of doing a small fence and a nest in the middle, put nests on the outside or, sack some prime real estate for some nests on the outside and then go corn on the interior. I think that would be very strong too, especially if this works the way that it says it's supposed to work. And notice it also does work for water chickens. It works for electric chickens, and it also works for the drunk chicken, which could be an interesting combination as well. So with that said, folks, I think we're going to back out of this one. It doesn't look like we're going to get it unlocked. I just don't think it's implemented yet, but please do let me know in the comment section if you have been successful in getting good planning. Am I just spinning my wheels here? Am I wasting my time here trying to get something that hasn't been implemented yet? Or what exactly is going on? Give me your kind of best diagnosis of this. And I certainly hope you enjoyed the little chicken in the corn run. We're going to back out here and just take another look. Get to turn 200 without losing water, energy, or fuel on any turn. Yeah, I just don't think it's implemented yet. But regardless, folks, we still had fun. That's what it's all about. If you had fun as well, please like the video and please join the community by subscribing. Would love to have you in the community. And I'm going to get on out of here and work on something else. But again, thank you so much for your viewership. And we'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot, folks. See you later.